Happy Friday, everyone. Welcome to a special Friday night edition of Saturday Live with me, Legendary Alex Cardinale. I have a great Friday Live with Legendary Alex Cardinale coming your way. The reason this episode is taking place tonight on Friday is because last weekend I had to reschedule last week's edition of Saturday Live with Legendary Alex Cardinale. But it's taking place tonight, which means that this weekend there's going to be a double dose of Live with Legendary Alex Cardinale. You've got tonight's show, and then you've got tomorrow's show, which is going to be a thankful Saturday Live with Legendary Alex Cardinale, Thanksgiving themed of Saturday Live with Legendary Alex Cardinale. But that's tomorrow night. Tonight, I have an action-packed show coming your way. Our special guest tonight is the author of a murder mystery book called The Truth of the Unknown Intrepreter. Author Paul Aramouni will be here to talk about his real-life story behind his book. Chef Alex Cardinale is going to show you how to make a classic Italian specialty, an unorthodox and unique side dish for Thanksgiving. Come learn how to make spaghetti pie from Chef Alex. Aqua Alex is going to talk about the Blue Gourami as this weekend's fish of the weekend. I've got plenty of Thanksgiving topics for you, including what I'm making for Thanksgiving, and I'm also going to give out some Thanksgiving facts. Also tonight, Liberty the American Eagle returns to Saturday Live with Legendary Alex Cardinale, and Liberty is going to talk about Donald Trump running for president again, and also what Americans should be thankful for this Thanksgiving. All that with funny videos and much more taking place right here, right now on this awesome, awesome video. All right, so do you have questions you want me to answer? Post them in the comments, and I will answer them. Do you have topics you want me to discuss? Do you have thoughts on the topics that I'm going to talk about tonight? Post them in the comments and I will get to them. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get this show started right now. And we're going to start with our Thanksgiving facts. Here is Thanksgiving fact number 1. President Abraham Lincoln proclaimed Thanksgiving a national holiday on October 3rd, 1863. Sarah Joseph Hale, the woman who wrote Mary Had a Little Lamb, convinced Abraham Lincoln to make Thanksgiving a national holiday after writing letters for 17 years. That's right, she wrote letters for 17 years to President Abraham Lincoln so that he could turn Thanksgiving into a national holiday. Here's Thanksgiving fact number 2. Are you ready for Thanksgiving this Thursday? I know I am. Thanksgiving fact number 2. Butterball answers more than 100,000 turkey cooking questions via their Butterball Turkey Hotline each November and December. That is a lot of turkey questions. So if you have a butterball turkey to cook this Thanksgiving on Thursday and you have a butterball question, call Butterball Turkey Line. And the last Thanksgiving fact for this week's show, tonight's show, here is Thanksgiving fact number 3. The tradition of football on Thanksgiving began in 1876 with the game between Yale and Princeton. The first NFL games were played on Thanksgiving over 100 years ago in 1920. Those are this episode's Thanksgiving facts. Tomorrow on the final Saturday Live before Thanksgiving, I will have more Thanksgiving facts for you for Thanksgiving. So let's get to our first official segment. Let's learn about today in history, and let's learn about this Friday in history. All right, so it's time for this Friday in history. So this Friday in history. Today is Friday, November 18th, the 322nd day of 2022. Wow, time is flying by. I can't believe we're already at 322 days of 2022. There are 43 days left this year. Today's highlight in history. On November 18th, 1978, U.S. Representative Leo G. Ryan of California and 4 others were killed on an airstrip in Johnstown, Guyana, by members of the People's Temple. The killings were followed by a night of mass murder and suicide, resulting in the deaths of more than 900 cult members. On this day in history, in 1883, the United States and Canada adopted a system of standard time zones. In 1936, Germany and Italy recognized the Spanish government of Francisco Franco. In 1963, the Bell system introduced the first commercial touch-tone telephone system in Kearney and Greensburg, Pennsylvania. In 1966, U.S. Roman Catholic bishops did away with the rule against eating meat on Fridays outside of Lent. On this day in 1976, Spain's Parliament approved a bill to establish a democracy after 37 years of dictatorship. In 1999, 12 people were killed when a bonfire under construction at Texas A&M University collapsed. A jury in Jasper, Texas, convicted Sean Allen Berry of murder for his role in the dragging death of James Burr Jr., but spared him the death penalty. On this day in 2003, the Massachusetts Supreme Judicial Court ruled 4-3 that the state constitution guaranteed gay couples the right to marry. In 2020, President Donald Trump filed for a recount of Wisconsin's two largest Democratic counts, paying the required $3 million cost and alleging that they were the sites of the worst irregularities, although no evidence of illegal activity had been presented. The recounts resulted in a slightly larger lead for Democrat Joe Biden. 10 years ago today, in 2012, in the deadliest single attack in Israel's offensive against Islamic militants, 12 people were killed when an Israeli missile ripped through a two-story home in a residential area of Gaza City. Justin Bieber dominated the American Music Awards in Los Angeles, winning 3 trophies, including Artist of the Year. And just last year, 1 year ago, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis signed legislation requiring private businesses in the state to let workers opt out of coronavirus vaccine mandates. More than half a century after the assassination of Malcolm X, 2 of his convicted killers were exonerated. A New York judge dismissed the convictions of Muhammad Aziz and the late Khalil Islam after prosecutors and the men's lawyers said a renewed investigation had found new evidence that undermined the case against them. Also last year, Los Angeles Angels star Shohei Ohtani was unanimously voted American League MVP for hitting and pitching season not seen since Babe Ruth. And Bryce Harper earned the National League honor for the second time. However, this year it was Aaron Judge from the New York Yankees that won the AL MVP, and Paul Goldschmidt, who won the NL MVP this year. That is today in history. Now here is today's birthdays. Actor Brenda Bracco is 83 years old. Pro Football Hall of Fame quarterback Warren Moon is 66. Actor Oscar Nunez is 64. Actor Elizabeth Perkins is 62. Singer Kim Weldy is 62. Actor Tim Gunney is 60. Actor Damian Wayans Jr. is 40. Country singer TJ Osborne is 38. U.S. Olympic track star Allison Felix is 37. Fashion designer Kristen Serrano is 37. And actor Nathan Kress is 30 years old. So that is today in history. And everyone that is celebrating a birthday today, everyone that is celebrating a birthday this upcoming week, everyone that celebrated a birthday this past week, I hope you all had a great birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
That's right. Happy birthday to you. And I apologize if there's any tech issues tonight. I've noticed my studio is running a little bit slower than usual, but the show must go on, as they say. All right, let's get to our first Thanksgiving topic for today's show. Thanksgiving is this Thursday, and I, once again, am going to be doing the Thanksgiving cooking for my family. I'm probably going to do all the Thanksgiving cooking, or at least a big majority of the Thanksgiving cooking. So, my first topic for Thanksgiving comes to what am I making for Thanksgiving this year? Well, here is what I, Legendary Alex Cardinale, am making for Thanksgiving this year. I obviously am making turkey. Turkey is the star of Thanksgiving, so I'll be making turkey. I'm also going to be making homemade macaroni and cheese. I was originally going to do spaghetti pie, but I've made that a lot recently. So instead of doing spaghetti pie this year, I'm going to make homemade macaroni and cheese, which is a great recipe that I have, and it is really, really delicious. I'm also going to make a broccoli and cheddar casserole. I'm also going to make mashed potatoes and all the other Thanksgiving fixings. For dessert this year, I'm only making pumpkin whoopie pies, and that is because I supported a local bakery of mine. I went to Paul Merrill's Bakery in Boynton Beach, Florida, and I ordered a couple of pies. I got a cannoli pie, a chocolate cream pie, and a coconut pie, which is really, really delicious. So if you're ever in South Florida, I highly recommend Paul Merrill's Bakery. So those are all the things, plus some other things that I may end up making for Thanksgiving this year. So I am going to be doing the cooking once again this Thanksgiving, but you know what? I am really looking forward to it. And if you have to cook this Thanksgiving, I hope you have a great time cooking. Well, I hope you brought your appetite and I hope you're hungry because now it's time to hand the show over to the one and the only Chef Alex Cardinale. Chef that can make delicious homemade spaghetti pie. It is really good. So here is Chef and his spaghetti. Tonight, here on Saturday Live with Legendary Alex Cardinale, I'm going to show you how to make spaghetti pie, a perfect Thanksgiving side dish. Here are your ingredients: spaghetti, pepperoni, ground beef, ground pork, mozzarella and provolone shredded, Parmesan cheese, salt and pepper, oregano, basil, garlic and pepper seasoning, eggs, and pepperoni. So right now, Chef Alex is going to get into the kitchen and show you how to make this delicious spaghetti pie. First thing you're going to do is preheat your oven to 395 and get a pot of water going for the spaghetti. Hey everyone, Chef Alex Cardinale here. Welcome to my kitchen. Today on Saturday Live with Legendary Alex Cardinale, I'm going to show you how to make a perfect pasta side dish for Thanksgiving or any day or even for an entree. Today I'm going to show you how to make spaghetti pie. Now in the past I have done a spaghetti pie cooking video, but today's a lot different because I've altered this recipe and I've added a couple of ingredients. We've already went over the ingredients at the start of this video, so now we're getting ready to make our spaghetti pie. So for those of you who don't know what spaghetti pie is, it basically is like a casserole or a frittata hybrid because it has eggs, spaghetti, and any toppings you want to add to it. It's a really, really simple yet delicious dish. It takes about an hour to make, give or take, but it's really fun. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get our pot of water boiling, which I have here. You're going to cook your pasta for about 6 to 8 minutes. We want it to be al dente. We don't want it to overcook it because we're going to cook it in the oven. And then we're going to make our meat and then our egg custard, and we're going to combine them all together. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm not going to show you how to cook spaghetti because you should already know how to prepare spaghetti. But the first thing we're going to do is we're going to prepare our meat mixture. So right here I have a saute pan preheating. We're going to saute our ground beef and our ground pork together. And then we're going to add in our pepperoni to serve as the meat for our spaghetti pie. Now, when we're done cooking it, you have the option of draining the fat or leaving the fat in for flavor. I drain just a little bit and I keep most of the fat for flavor because I'm not going to be using any butter or oil or anything. I am, however, going to use a little bit of cooking spray, which is optional. You don't have to do this. But I'm just going to use just a little bit in case it does stick to the bottom. Because I'm going to be using some ground meat from my job, Sprouts. And I'm not sure how much fat content is in it, since I usually use meat from BJ's. So anyway, we're going to start with our ground beef. And we're going to season it up a little bit. Up first, we have regular ground beef. This is 85% lean and 15% fat. Our pan is nice and warm, so we're going to add our ground beef mixture into the pan. And we're going to get a nice sizzle going. So, and you can use, instead of ground pork, you can use ground up sausage if you like, but they didn't have any sausage left, so I just went with ground pork. So we're going to take our ground beef and we're going to plop that into our pan here and get that going until it's nice and warm. There we go. This is real simple to make and real quick too. And then we have our ground pork here that we're just going to add to our pan as well. So let me get the ground pork out. And then while this is cooking, I'm going to wash my hands too. But we'll do that after I do this. So ground pork goes in. And now while this is cooking, that's when I'm going to season it. So we're just going to season it with some basic ingredients. You just wash my hands really quick. Dry them. So for seasoning, we're just going to do some peppers. A little bit of pepper. I'm going to put some garlic and pepper seasoning from McCormick in there. And just a little bit of salt, and that's putting enough. The rest of the seasoning will go into the spaghetti pie itself. Alright, so let me get a spatula. Or anything just to mix it up. So we're just going to cook this until it's nice and brown. And then we'll add in our pepperoni and set it aside to cool. Because we don't want this to be really warm when we put it in with spaghetti and egg mixture because it'll cook the egg mixture. So we have to let this sit after it cooks for a few minutes. I mean, it could still be warm, just not like super hot. And while the meat is cooking, I'm going to cook our spaghetti. And then we'll create our egg mixture, mix it all together and pop it in the oven for about 30 minutes or so. And our oven's going to be preheated at 395 degrees. So we're just going to combine the pork and beef together and cook it until it is nice and golden brown, and I'll show you what that looks like. So let me just go wash my hands fully, and we'll be right back. So this is what our ground beef and ground pork mixture should look like about 5-6 minutes in. It has about 3 to 5 more minutes of cooking left. So while the meat mixture and spaghetti is cooking, we're going to go ahead and make our egg mixture, which is the frittata layer. So we're going to take a mixing bowl and we're going to crack about 6 or 7 eggs in here. But before I put the eggs in, I'm going to put our seasoning. And I'm using seasoning to taste. So you can add as much seasoning or as little seasoning as you like. Now spaghetti pie you can serve plain with the seasoning, or you could add tomato sauce or Alfredo sauce, whichever you like. I'm probably just going to eat it the way it is today, but generally I do like it with tomato sauce. So I'm going to do a pinchful of oregano. That should be enough. I'll put a little bit back. That's good enough. And then we'll do some salt and pepper to taste. So salt and pepper. We'll sprinkle that in. So some pepper to add flavor. Alright, there's our pepper. Now we're going to add some salt, just a little bit of salt, because remember, cheese has salt already. And then some garlic and pepper seasoning. We're going to add some garlic and pepper seasoning to it, just a little bit, because this stuff is really strong, so a couple shakes is enough. And then we're going to add some grated Parmesan cheese. You could use the fresh kind, but this is all I have. So I like a lot of Parm, so we'll add quite a bit. Actually, let's do the other side, so it comes out quicker. Alright, that should be enough. We're going to add some mozzarella and provolone shredded. I get this from BJ's Wholesale Club. It's really good. Alright, we'll save the rest for the top, but we'll add a little bit more. And a little bit of basil. I forgot to add the basil. Basil is an essential in Italian cooking. Alright, so now we're going to get ready to crack our eggs and add them to the egg mixture. Alright, so now we're going to crack our eggs into our bowl to make our egg mixture. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, so I'm going to use 7 eggs just for this one, because I have 3 pounds of spaghetti and the meat. You can use less amounts, but I have a large family to feed, so I'm going to use 3 pounds of spaghetti, 7 eggs, and whatever pounds of meat I use. And you can make this without meat as well. For Easter, I don't add any meat. So the first cooking video I did a spaghetti pie, that was actually an Easter recipe. This one is tailored towards Thanksgiving and as an entree, so that's why there's going to be ground beef, ground pork, and pepperoni. So now we just whisk this together with a chef whisk that I have, and it's going to look like a very clumpy scrambled egg mixture, and that's what we want because there's cheese in there, and Parmesan cheese, and all the flavors. So that's why it's going to be a little bit clumpy, and as it bakes, it's going to come together, and it'll make a nice sauce. Not too saucy though, but it's going to be like it'll be nice. I'll show you what it looks like. It's hard to explain. But anyway, this is now ready. So I'm going to show you what it looks like. So this here is our egg mixture. As you can see, it looks very whisked together. And you can see the clumps of cheese in there, which is perfect. That's going to melt as it bakes. So now all we have to do is add the pepperoni to our meat, let that cool, finish our spaghetti cooking, and then I'll show you how to mix it together. Alright, so our meat is done cooking, so I'm going to shut the heat off and let that cool for a while. While that's cooling, we're going to add in our Diets and Waltzin sliced pork pepperoni. We're going to let the heat from the meat kind of steep the pepperoni a little bit. It's going to bring out that smoky flavor that we like. So we're going to add the whole package. So it's almost like a spaghetti pepperoni pie, except there's no sauce, but you can add sauce to the top of it. So we're going to add that in there, and that'll bring out some nice flavor, and it's going to add some more flavor to the meat. And while we add that, we're going to mix it in to make sure that there's pepperoni everywhere. And you don't want to shut off the flame to let it cool, because like I said earlier, we don't want this to cook the egg mixture when we mix it. We just want it to make sure that it's warm enough, but not overly warm. So you could add 2 packages of pepperoni. I'll just use 1 because I think pepperoni is spicy. But I do like pepperoni. Alright, so as you can see, look very nice. Looks very nice. We'll let that cool. And now we'll get ready to combine it all together and make this awesome entree. Very, very nice. So there's our meat and pepperoni together. Alright, so as the spaghetti finishes cooking, we're going to get our pans ready. I have 2 pans ready just in case. But the first pan I'm going to use is a big casserole dish, which is what I recommend. And then I have like a square cake pan that will put whatever doesn't fit in here, and we'll bake it. So once we have everything mixed together and put into these pans, we're going to pop them in a 395 oven for about 20 to 30 minutes, and then it'll be ready to serve. So get ready to see me mix it together and pop it in the oven. Alright, it's time for the fun part. We're going to put it all together and then get into the oven. So here is the cooked spaghetti going back into the pan. Perfect. And then with that, we're going to put in our meat mixture that we have here. This is just the ground beef, ground pork, and pepperoni. That goes right in there. And all the fat that's with it. That'll give it flavor. And you can smell the pepperoni from just sitting in the hot meats there, so that smells good. And then we'll take our spaghetti spoon. And all we're going to do now is take our egg mixture here and mix it in. So we take this, and we'll put it in here. And get all of it in there. Because we don't want any dry pasta. It'll just burn in the oven. Alright. So that's in there. And we're just going to whisk it together until it's fully combined. This spoon sucks, so I'm going to use this one. So we're going to take our spoon until it's nice and combined. And we want to make sure that everything is mixed well together. I need to get a better spoon. Alright, I got a much better spoon now, so we're going to make sure it's all mixed together nicely. And we don't see any dry pasta. It smells good already. So we have to make sure that it's all coated. We don't want any dry pasta. So we're just going to make sure this is whisked nice together. So this next step is optional. You don't have to do it. But since I like cheese, I'm going to add some more cheese to this before I put it in our baking pans. Alright, it looks good now. Perfect. But like I said, I like Parmesan cheese. So now I'm going to add some more Parmesan cheese. And we'll get the rest of this egg mixture out of here this little bit. And we'll combine that together. All right, now we're ready to put this in our pans and bake them. All right, so now we're going to transfer it from this dish to our baking dish, and then we'll spread it out. So it looks like it all fit in there. Perfect. I'll get the rest of it out. So I'll get it all in there. Perfect. So now we have it all here. Now we're just going to spread it out evenly so that it cooks perfectly. All right, perfect. And now we're going to take some cheese and put on top of the spaghetti pie so that it gets nice top on top of it. And we'll put some Parmesan cheese on top of it. And there we go. This is ready to go in the oven for about half an hour. So this is ready to go in a 395-degree oven for about 20 to 30 minutes, and I'll show you what it comes out when it's done. It looks very beautiful. So this is after 25 minutes in the oven, and it is done, and it looks absolutely good. So here is our finished product. This is spaghetti pie. See how simple it is to make? I hope you enjoyed this recipe, and I hope you make it. I'm going to give this a try, and it looks really delicious. So as you can see, spaghetti pie is really simple to make. I want to thank Chef Alex for coming on the show today and showing us how to make spaghetti pie. Let me be the first to tell you, Chef Alex's spaghetti pie is really, really good. So maybe this year you can consider adding it to your Thanksgiving meal. I think you'll love spaghetti pie in your Thanksgiving roundup. This year I'm going to make macaroni and cheese, but maybe I'll do spaghetti pie for Christmas. Anyway, Liberty, the American Eagle, is back here on Friday Live with Legendary Alex Cardinale, and Liberty is going to host a couple of segments with me right here, right now. Our first segment is the final Thanksgiving topic for today's show, and Liberty and I are going to talk about what Americans should be thankful for this Thanksgiving. So Liberty and I think all Americans should be thankful for their freedom. Yes, that's right. Americans should be thankful that they have freedom. You know, a couple Fridays ago, it was Veterans Day. We celebrated veterans. Veterans are responsible for our freedoms. So let's thank a veteran. Even though Veteran Day has come and gone, let's remember veterans, because veterans have gave us our freedom to be American citizens and live life the way that we want to live life. So Americans should be thankful for freedom. Freedom is one of the biggest things that Americans should be thankful for. Also, Americans should be thankful for jobs. There are a lot of jobs in this country right now as opposed to a couple of years ago. A lot more places are hiring. So if you have a job and you have income coming in and you're happy and you're healthy and you can afford to have food on your table this Thanksgiving, then you need to be thankful for that. Because unfortunately, there are still people out there that are struggling and they don't have as much money and they may not have a good Thanksgiving. So we should be thankful that we have jobs and we have money if we are working, and we can have a great Thanksgiving with our family. Americans should also be thankful if they have family to spend Thanksgiving with, because you never know when your last moments are going to be on this life. So always remember to be thankful for having a family, thankful for having great health, having a great job. And also, Thanksgiving is the perfect time of year to take a look at your achievements over the last year. What have you achieved in your personal life? Maybe you got married, or you're planning on getting married. Maybe you're in a relationship. Maybe you're going to have a kid. Or maybe, like in my case, you've had some YouTube celebrations, like an 8-year YouTube anniversary. I don't know, I had 600th video, 700th video, and now I'm probably going to close out 2022 with my 800th video. So I've had a lot of great personal achievements that I've done. I've also had a professional achievement when I left one crappy job and went to a better, higher paying job where I get much better recognition. And I'm also going to be promoted to a assistant manager position within what, a month and a half of working. So it's really, really fun. I am really thankful for that. So Americans have a lot to be thankful for, but most importantly, it's freedom, their family, good health, and the fact that they are alive. Liberty the American Eagle wanted to do this segment, and I said, you know what? A few days before Thanksgiving, it actually is a great segment. Well, since I'm an American and I'm a very proud American, and Liberty is America's bird, the American Eagle, it's time to talk about a former president of the United States, one of my favorite former presidents of the United States, and someone that is very controversial. Some people love him. Some people hate his guts. Some people want to kill him. Some people adore him. But I think he is one of the greatest presidents of all time, even though he has said a lot of controversial things and he has done a lot of controversial things. But I think he is like me in a way. He's not afraid to speak his mind, no matter if it's going to hurt people's feelings or not. And he says the truth. No matter how harsh the truth may be, he speaks it, and I have to give him a lot of credit for that. So earlier this week, I believe it was on Tuesday, Donald Trump announced that he was running for president once again. And I wanted to offer my thoughts on Donald Trump's run for presidency once again. I'm excited for it because I like Donald Trump. I thought he did a great job as a president. I'm not saying that January 6th was something that I agree with or that I can condone, but January 6th aside, he did a great job as a president, and I think he'll do even a better job in 2024. I'm not saying that I know he'll win for sure, but if he does get elected as president again, I think this time he will be much, much better than his previous run. And there won't be COVID or any of the other stuff that made him look so negative. Joe Biden's kind of lucky now that COVID's going away, but Biden is really doing a bad, bad job as a president. And that's my opinion as an American. My opinion as an American is that Donald Trump was not as bad as most people made him out to be. He just has a large mouth. He says a lot of things that are very offensive, while also being very true at the same time. Like that saying goes, sometimes the truth hurts. And with Donald Trump, he says things that are brutally honest, but they need to be said sometimes. Otherwise, you can never always sugarcoat things. And that's what I like about Donald Trump. But I saw that picture on social media, and I figured, you know what? It would be pretty cool to talk about that on today's show. So, yes, I am stoked for Donald Trump to be running for president again. I'm going to vote for Donald Trump in 2024. Will he win? I probably don't know, but I'm going to vote for him nonetheless. And I know a plethora of people who are also going to vote for Donald Trump. So I, for one, feel very confident in the chances that Donald Trump will become president again. Anyway, thank you, Liberty, for being on our show today. We'll have you go on again in the future at some point. But for now, have a great Thanksgiving, Liberty, and be thankful that you're an eagle and not a turkey, because us Americans eat turkeys, but we revere and we love the American eagle. So until next time, Liberty, thank you for being on today's show. All right, it's time for our special guest interview. And our guest today is one of my former friends. He is an author of a murder mystery book called The Truth of the Unknown Interpreter. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Paul Aramouni to the show.
Hey guys, my name is Paul Aramouni and I am a social media influencer and a current author. Not only do I make fun YouTube content, but I also published a book called The Truth of the Unknown Interpreter. It is a mystery book where it's about a young man who moves from his home country to the United States to get assimilated to the hearing world, but unluckily he encounters an interpreter and he grew later to like, but then is later found missing and goes dead under mystery circumstances. Check out the book in store.bookbaby.com and search up The Truth of the Unknown Interpreter. It looks like this. Or you can go on Google and search up The Truth of the Unknown Interpreter and you can find a link there where you can find the hard copy version. Also, check out my YouTube channel in the link of my bio in @Paul_Aramouni, which is called Paul Aramouni Vlogs. Thanks, and I hope to see you guys along this journey with me.
Hey guys, it's Alex Cardinale here. I have a very special video for you today. Today I'm going to be interviewing my friend Paul, who is an author of an amazing book. He's going to tell you guys all about the amazing book today on my channel. This is his first time being on this channel, so hopefully you guys will enjoy what he has to say. So let me introduce you guys to Mr. Paul Aramouni. Paul, how are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing great, thanks. How are you?
I'm doing very great. So how about we begin by telling my audience how we first met?
Well, I started working at Publix like almost a year ago, and I was a cashier. And then I met Alex, who was a bagger, and we just started talking, and then we became pretty good friends, started hanging out, and etc.
So I know that you wrote a book called The Truth of the Unknown Interpreter. Would you like to tell our audience about it?
Yeah, so The Truth of the Unknown Interpreter is a mystery book about a boy who moved from one country to another to run away from his problems. And not only did he encounter the same problems again, but is also involved in a murder mystery.
Awesome. So where can people find your book?
My book is now available in Amazon and in Kindle versions and Barnes & Nobles and other various websites. But you could also just type in The Truth of the Unknown Interpreter on Google and you'll be able to find different websites where you can purchase the book.
What made you want to write a book?
So I am hard of hearing and I have to have an interpreter, which is a person that helps their clients understand whatever the speaker is saying. So I had this interpreter and we didn't really have a great chemistry together, and I grew to dislike her, and it got to the point where it went too far and I didn't like her at all. So I used my anger and I put everything into a book, and I would spend hours before school and during lunch break and after school just writing and yeah, so I wrote the book.
Awesome. It's a great book. I read it personally, and I recommend all of our audience members to read it. So do you have plans to write any more books?
Yeah, I actually just finished writing my second book, and I'm going to be writing a few more books. I might start writing books every year, just as soon as my first book blows up, and I'm just going to turn that into a fun side business slash hobby, and just turned out into a business. So yeah.
So what do you do besides writing books?
I actually have a YouTube channel where I do vlogs and other cool videos, and it's called Paul Vlogs, so you guys can check that out. Also, I do other business things, but as of right now, I'm mostly doing my book business and my YouTube channel.
I have the link in the description box below, so you guys can go subscribe to Paul Vlogs. Thank you for joining me today on this fun interview.
Yeah, I had a really good time.
All right, so now it's time to talk about my favorite football team, the National Football League team. And you guys, if you've been watching my show, Saturday Live with Legendary Alex Cardinale, you would know that my favorite football team is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And at least in my opinion, I consider the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to be the greatest team in NFL history. All right, so before I break down the last 2 weeks of Tampa Bay Buccaneer action, because we missed last week's show due to technical issues, I do have some Tampa Bay Buccaneer milestones that I do want to go over with all of you. So hopefully I have some Tampa Bay Buccaneer fans watching. But it seems like every day Tom Brady, our quarterback, is breaking records for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and for NFL in general. So a couple of weeks ago, Tom Brady broke this record, and that is 100,000 career passing yards, 100K passing yards. What a great record for this legendary GOAT. Tom Brady is definitely one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, if not the greatest quarterback of all time. And I'm very, very honored and proud to have been able to watch him play 2 seasons as a quarterback for my favorite team, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And I think he can lead us to another Super Bowl victory. I'm also very proud that Tom Brady led the Buccaneers to a Super Bowl victory, and I think he can do it again. Will it happen? I don't know, but I am interested to see if we can win a Super Bowl. I think it would be great to win another Super Bowl with Brady. Heading into the last couple of weeks, the Buccaneers had a 3-4 record, I think it was. But the Buccaneers are now back at 500 after getting 2 well-deserved victories. But before we get to the last 2 games, there's another milestone for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers that I want to talk about. And it involves 2 more of my other favorite players. And these are also offensive players. They're wide receivers. So Mike Evans and Chris Godwin's created more Buccaneers franchise history because they are the 2 highest receiving yards in Tampa Bay Buccaneers history, in franchise history. So congratulations to Mike Evans and Chris Godwin for the most receiving yards in Buccaneers franchise history this season. That is awesome. What's a word that I would call it? Well, it's legendary like myself. So that congratulations to my Tampa Bay Buccaneers for that. So let's break down NFL Week 9 and NFL Week 10 for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. In Week 9, the Buccaneers pulled off a close victory against the Los Angeles Rams. The Buccaneers were able to get revenge on the Rams from eliminating them from the playoffs. The Buccaneers defeated the Rams 16-13 in Week 9 to go to 4-5. So that was a good victory for the Buccaneers. And then last Sunday in Germany, the Buccaneers defeated the Seahawks in Germany. The Buccaneers beat the Seahawks in Germany 21-16. So the Bucs got a much-needed victory in Germany. The Bucs are now 500 with a 5-5 record. And I got to tell you, that game in Germany was really fun to watch. I really enjoyed it. I like seeing the touchdown passes, and I really enjoyed the game. So I'm really happy now that my Buccaneers are at 500 again, and they're looking really good. Now the Buccaneers have a chance to right the ship and get ready to hopefully lead us to another postseason run. Now the Buccaneers have a bye week here in Week 11. So tomorrow on Saturday Live with Legendary Alex Cardinale, I'm going to recap the Buccaneers Week 1 all the way to Week 10. And then I'm going to preview their upcoming games and the remainder of the regular season. And hopefully the Bucs will get back to the postseason. Do you think the Buccaneers can make the postseason? Let me know in the comments. Even if you're not a Buccaneers fan, let me know in the comments if you think the Buccaneers can make the postseason. I personally would love to see the Buccaneers make the playoffs. All right, let's get to some humor now. Are you ready to have a laugh on this Friday night? It's time for our funny videos. So here is our first funny video.
Larry, what the hell are you doing?
Larry!
Larry, you can't just... Oh,
Larry! Oh, are you all right? How did...
Larry!
Imagine being able to slap people like that anytime you want. That would be something funny. So this next video I have for you, I found on Facebook video reels, and I thought it was really funny, and I think you guys are going to enjoy it.
Sir? Sir?
Yeah?
That is not allowed here.
Well, I'm almost done. Can I finish really
No,
fast?
no,
Here,
no,
let
no,
me go faster
no,
right
no,
now.
No. You need to wait.
Wait. I'm so close.
You need to wait till you get home. Yes, sir. That's not allowed here.
But I'm almost done. See?
Oh. You
What do you
actually
think?
missed a spot.
Oh, okay. Here, can you help me?
Yeah.
Yep. There we go.
That's
Better,
it.
huh?
Mm-hmm. Nice and shiny.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks great, actually.
All right, sorry about that. We're having technical issues once again. But that lady had a sick mind, didn't she? Or at least I thought she had a sick mind. All right, let's move on to our next.
What would you do if your partner cheated on you?
Why would you ask me that? It literally happened last night.
Well, you should have treated him better. Oh, excuse me, sir. What would you do if your girlfriend cheated on you?
I'll cheat back like real men do.
Oh, okay, like an eye for an eye?
What do you mean by that?
You see what I mean? Oh! See you around, all right?
He needs some men.
For Thanksgiving. Let's check it out.
The fuck? Nigga, I know they ain't Derek. Bitch. But them nigga don't kill my nigga, what? I'm finna stop him.
Hi, Tiggy, how's it going?
Stop. It was going good until you came. Why are you talking to me? Have you seen me and have you seen yourself? I'm too good for you.
Damn, my bad.
What are you gonna cry?
No, but your mum did when you were born.
Some of these women are really.
I'm just looking for directions.
First of all, I'm way out of your league. You're too short. It's embarrassing.
Too short.
Please walk away before I call the cops.
Damn, it's like that? Oh, excuse me, bro. Can you call the cops real quick? Why's that? Oh, because someone stole a bite.
Well, those are all the funny videos I have for you tonight. Tomorrow night, I'll have some more funny videos for you. Plus, I'll have some motivational videos. I'm going to start tomorrow's show with a little bit of a motivational speech because I need a kick in the ass, and I'm sure a lot of my viewers may need a kick in the ass. So I look forward to tomorrow's funny videos and also for the first time ever, motivational videos on a Saturday Live with Legendary Alex Cardinale. Well, tomorrow's episode is going to be a Thanksgiving-themed Saturday Live, so that's going to be a great episode. You know, over the next couple of weeks, we're going to have some amazing episodes of Saturday Live with Legendary Alex Cardinale because, you know, the 25th anniversary is right around the corner. The 25th episode of Saturday Live with Legendary Alex Cardinale is right around the corner. It's not yet an anniversary, but hey, it's still a big celebration. It's the 25th episode, and it takes
Saturday
place in
Live
2
goes
weeks.
25. In 2 weeks on Saturday, December 3rd, 2022 at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, Legendary Alex Cardinale hosts the 25th episode of Saturday Live with Legendary Alex Cardinale. It's going to be an awesome party and a great way to start December and Christmas 2022 season. A night of special guests, party fun, and surprises. For the first time ever, there will be multiple special guests on Saturday LV with Legendary Alex Cardinale. Jeremy Stellian, owner of the Little Egypt Aquarium Club, /Master 1989, and Sandra Kemp are the confirmed guests. Aqua Alex celebrates 25 episodes of Saturday Live by going to Petco and giving a Petco fish room and reptile room tour. It's also a double fish of the weekend as Aqua Alex discusses the Oscar cichlid and maroon clownfish. Chef Alex shows you how to make homemade Twix cookies like crumble. Legendary Alex Cardinale gives you the best of 2022 nominees that you can vote for. All that and everything you already love about Saturday Live. With Legendary Alex Cardinale. The 25th episode of Saturday Live with Legendary Alex Cardinale airs in 2 weeks, Saturday, December 3rd, 2022 on YouTube channel The Legendary Alex Cardinale.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen, the 25th episode of Saturday Live with me, Legendary Alex Cardinale, kicks off December in 2 weeks. I cannot wait, ladies and gentlemen. What will my guest have to talk about? What will Petco have in stock for tropical fish and reptiles? How will the cookies come out, the Twix cookies come out? Well, you have to find out in just 2 Saturdays from now. I cannot wait for that. All right, moving along now. It's time to bring on my fish keeping friend, Aqua Alex. It's time for Aqua Alex's Fish of the Weekend. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen.
It's time to chat tropical fish. Let's welcome Aqua Alex Cardinale to Saturday Live with Legendary Alex Cardinale. Aqua Alex will be discussing a species of tropical fish each and every week. It will either be a freshwater or saltwater tropical fish species that is in the aquarium hobby and can be kept by aquarium hobbyists. Aqua Alex has kept many different species, both fresh and salt. He has knowledge mostly on cichlids, catfish, monster fish, and many others. What fish is up for discussion today? Ladies and gentlemen, dive into the fish tank. Get ready to welcome the one and the only, Aqua Alex. Here is the one and the only South American and monster fish keeper, Aqua Alex.
Hey everyone, Aqua Alex here. Thank you for allowing me to talk about tropical fish. Today, I'm going to be talking about the Blue Opaline Gourami. And over the last couple of weeks, I have taken a liking to gouramis. I have 6 pearl gouramis in my community aquarium, and I have some blue gouramis. And just this past week, I picked up some more blue gouramis. So right now, before I start talking about the opaline blue gourami, here are some videos of my blue gouramis and the new ones that I just got. For the first time ever on Saturday Live with Legendary Alex Cardinale, I, Aqua Alex, purchased 2 fish that I'm going to talk about today. This is this weekend's fish of the weekend, the blue gourami, and now I have 5 of them, I believe. So I purchased 2 more to go with the ones I have currently. This is the first here on Aqua Alex's Fish of the Weekend, the first time that I bought 2 fish that I'm talking about. So as you can see, the blue gourami, a very beautiful blue fish. And there's not that many fish out there in the freshwater hobby that are blue like that. So I have to say that they're really cool fish. And as I said earlier, I've caught the eye and the attention of gouramis, and I really like them. So when I got pearl gouramis and I went to Petco near my job and I saw that they had blue opaline gouramis, I had to get some of them because as a youngin, as a kid, I always liked gouramis, and I was always attached to them, and blues were always one of my favorite. So the blue gourami comes from Asia. They're found all over Asia. They can grow to be about 4 to 5 inches in length. They're really easy to take care of. They're super hardy. You can keep them with other gouramis as long as you have an appropriately sized aquarium. So 40-gallon breeder, 55-gallon, 75, 90, etc. would be perfect for the blue opaline gourami. Tank mates would include things you saw in my tank: angelfish, Threadfin acara, Buenos Aires tetras, black skirt tetras, other gouramis, other tetras. So I'm going to do an entire care guide on the blue gourami for you coming up in upcoming weeks here on the Legendary Alex Cardinale YouTube channel and Aquatic Wetline. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do a species care guide first on the pearl gourami, which was the featured fish a couple of weeks ago. And then next, after that, we'll do the species care guide on Aquatic Wetline for the blue opaline gourami. So if you want more information on the blue opaline gourami, we'll wait until then because you'll get all the great information that I have for you on the blue opaline gourami. I'm Aqua Alex. Thank you for joining me here on Saturday Live with Legendary Alex Cardinale, and may you enjoy the rest of the show.
Gobble, gobble, gobble. Tomorrow is the last Saturday before Thanksgiving. Tomorrow night's episode of Saturday Live with Legendary Alex Cardinale will be thankful and Thanksgiving themed since it's the last Saturday before Thanksgiving. Live tomorrow night, Saturday, November 19th, 2022 at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. You won't want to miss the action. Tom the Talking Turkey returns as a special guest. What does he have to talk about just days before turkey dinner? Could he convince us not to eat turkey? Chef Alex will give out last-minute Thanksgiving cooking tips and share his delicious homemade macaroni and cheese recipe. Aqua Alex's Fish of the Weekend is a very popular one in the aquarium hobby, one that was used to create the yellowfish tetra. Come learn about the black skirt tetra. New segments debut tomorrow. I will feature a Sprouts Farmers Market product and review it. I will also review WWE SmackDown for the first time. Learn about the history of Thanksgiving, Tampa Bay Buccaneers season recap heading into their bye week, funny videos, and more. Happy Thanksgiving Saturday everyone! Thankful Saturday Live with Legendary Alex Cardinale live tomorrow 10 p.m. Eastern 7 p.m. Pacific on YouTube channel The Legendary Alex.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, it's Thanksgiving Thankful Saturday Live with Legendary Alex Cardinale. Tom the Talking Turkey is our special guest, and a whole lot of fun, so don't miss the show tomorrow as we return to our normal time slot, Saturdays at 10. Now it's time to conclude this week's episode, or today's episode, and it's time for our final segment, What's Tweeting with Tweety and Legendary Alex Cardinale. All right, so I am on Twitter, and here is what's tweeting and trending on Twitter right now. Up first, I see Friday Night SmackDown. I'm not going to talk about anything about SmackDown because that's a new segment that will be debuting tomorrow night. Let's see what else is trending on Twitter right now. Let's go under sports. Is there any good sports news? Aaron Judge is the AL MVP, and there is speculation on where Aaron Judge may end up. Hopefully, Aaron Judge, if he's smart, he'll land with the New York Yankees. Cody Bellinger has been released by the Los Angeles Dodgers. I don't know why the Dodgers will release Cody Bellinger. He is a great player. That sucks that he was released. But if I had the money and I was a manager for the Yankees, I definitely would be interested in scooping up Cody Bellinger. Jon Stewart is trending right now, which is pretty interesting because he hasn't been relevant for a couple of years. But I still have a lot of love for Jon Stewart. Let's see what else is trending on a Friday evening, which is about to turn into a Saturday morning. Let's see. AEW Rampage is trending. Alex Jones is trending. Let's see what else is trending. Is there a way to see more? Let's see what's in the news right now. Elizabeth Holmes is trending here in Florida. Al Roker is trending. What is he trending about? Let me click on that and see what Al Roker is trending about. Let's see. Well, he was admitted to a hospital with a blood clot in his leg, which sent clots in his lungs. But he is fortunate to be getting terrific care and on the way to recovery. That is great news for the legendary Al Roker. So that's good to hear. Well, thank you, Tweety, for tonight's edition of What's Tweeting with Tweety and legendary Alex Cardinale. And Tweety wants to remind all of you to watch what you post on social media. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed this special edition of Friday Live with legendary Alex Cardinale. This weekend, we're going to have 2 episodes because I had to make up for last weekend's technical issues. And even on tonight's episode, we had tech issues, but the show went on, and I had a great time. Have a great rest of your Friday evening. Have a great start to your weekend. And I, legendary Alex Cardinale, will see you right back here tomorrow for the Thankful Thanksgiving Saturday Live with legendary Alex Cardinale. Thank you for watching, and have a great night, everybody.
Gobble, gobble. Tomorrow is the last Saturday before Thanksgiving. Tomorrow night's episode of Saturday Live with legendary Alex Cardinale will be thankful and Thanksgiving themed since it's the last Saturday before Thanksgiving. Live tomorrow night, Saturday, November 19th, 2022 at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. You won't want to miss the action. Tom the Talking Turkey returns as a special guest. What does he have to talk about just days before turkey dinner? Could he convince us not to eat turkey? Chef Alex will give out last-minute Thanksgiving cooking tips and share his delicious homemade macaroni and cheese recipe. Aqua Alex's Fish of the Weekend is a very popular one in the aquarium hobby, one that was used to create the Yellowfish Tetra. Come learn about the Black Skirt Tetra. New segments debut tomorrow. I will feature a Sprouts Farmers Market product and review it. I will also review WWE SmackDown for the first time. Learn about the history of Thanksgiving, Tampa Bay Buccaneers season recap heading into their bye week, funny videos, and more. Happy Thanksgiving Saturday everyone! Thankful Saturday Live with Legendary Alex Cardinale live tomorrow 10 p.m. Eastern 7 p.m. Pacific on YouTube channel The Legendary Alex.
Let's start the first Saturday in December in style. Let's celebrate the 25th episode of Saturday Live with Legendary Alex Cardinale on Saturday, December 3rd, 2022, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. Saturday Live goes 25 on December 3rd at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. And I invite you to the party. There's going to be all the favorites that you love. Tampa Bay Buccaneers chat, funny videos, and more. Plus additions to this party. There are going to be multiple special guests. The confirmed special guests so far include Little Egypt Aquarium Club founder and walk-in seller Jeremy Stellhorn, Slashmaster 1989 Jeff Edwards, who I podcast with many years ago. He'll be making his first appearance on my YouTube channel, and my friend and bowler Sandra Kemp will be back on the show. Plus, join Chef Alex in the kitchen as he celebrates 25 great episodes by making his version of a Twix cookie, somewhat of a copycat from Crumble. Plus, Aqua Alex discusses the gold stripe maroon clownfish and the Oscar cichlid, a double fish of the weekend for the 25th episode, and also get a Petco fish room tour on the 25th episode of Saturday Live with Legendary Alex Cardinale. Also, I will announce the nominees for the Best of 2022 for Legendary Alex Cardinale YouTube channel. All that and more on the historic silver edition of Saturday Live with Legendary Alex Cardinale. Saturday Live goes 25. The 25th episode airs live Saturday, December 3rd, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, right here on my YouTube channel, The Legendary Alex Cardinale. It's time to be thankful and time to stuff our face with turkeys. It's Thanksgiving month, and I, Legendary Alex Cardinale, will host the second annual Thanksgiving Bash live Thanksgiving Day at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific. Join me, Legendary Alex Cardinale, for the 2022 Thanksgiving Bash live Thanksgiving Day, Thursday, November 24th, 11 a.m., 8 a.m. Pacific. I, Legendary Alex Cardinale, will talk about what I'm thankful for this Thanksgiving. I'll discuss my favorite Thanksgiving foods and memories. Plus, there will be appearances by Chef Alex Cardinale and Aqua Alex Cardinale. I'm sure Chef Alex will help answer your last-minute Thanksgiving questions, plus give out good Thanksgiving cooking tips, as well as help you prepare a delicious turkey on Thanksgiving Day. What tropical fish topics will Alex bring for Thanksgiving? You'll have to tune in to find out. Plus, Legendary Alex Cardinale previews the NFL Thanksgiving football games and more. Gobble, gobble, gobble. Don't miss the Thanksgiving Day Bash. Live Thursday, November 24th, 2022, 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific, right here on YouTube channel, The Legendary Alex Cardinale. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Go out and get those turkeys and tune in to the Thanksgiving Bash. Thursday, November 24th, 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific, right here on the Legendary Alex Cardinale YouTube channel.